People talk of having superpowers, but being a woman itself is a superpower. Here's wishing all the women in the road transport industry and across the globe a very happy Women's Day, and we are very happy to bring to you this very special episode on Women's Day exclusively by Gulf. Welcome viewers to Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions. Gulf and Trans India try to capture the real emotions of the real people in this special episode to coincide with Women's Day. The last few years have seen the emergence of women in various fields, be it science, be it technology, be it sports, or be it the king of all sports in India, cricket. We recently saw the great efforts put in by the Indian women's cricket team. The hard work, the sincerity was all to be seen in full zest. This cricket-loving nation is finally acknowledging the efforts and the rise of the Indian women's cricket team. And one of the front runners of this recognition is Smriti Mandhana. At the same time, the road transport industry is also seeing a lot of women taking up pivotal roles in their organization. They are not just managing the back end with super efficiency, they are also taking on the front end roles with full power and confidence. They are more than willing to take the challenges head on. They do not fear talking to drivers, they do not fear talking to officials at the checkpost or wherever else required. One of the key elements that the women bring to the transport industry is the emotional quotient. They relate very well not just to the drivers but also to the back-end staff. They very well understand the difficulties of the drivers who are on the highways. In fact, a couple of them have gone on journeys on the highways to not just understand the problems of the drivers but to face them up front, get an experience of what the driver goes through on the highways. This is how passionate they are about their work. In fact, on many occasions, the women transporters know where to block the problems, and at the same time, they also know when to hook the problems out of the park, just the way Smriti Mandhana does on the field.
अरे छोटे, एक इंसान अपने जीवन में लगभग 12 लाख किलोमीटर चलता है। उस हिसाब से तो हम ट्रक से भी ज्यादा चल रहे। सोचने वाली बात है। अपने अशोक लेलैंड में कौन सा ऑयल?
इसमें सोचने वाली कोई बात ही नहीं है। गल्फ ड्यूरामैक्स खास अशोक लेलैंड ट्रक्स के लिए बना है। पैक पर देखो, साफ लिखा है, सिर्फ अशोक लेलैंड के लिए नहीं बल्कि अशोक लेलैंड द्वारा सुझाया गया खुद अशोक लेलैंड कह रहा है। और इसको डालते हो तो ये चले भी पूरे 80,000 किलोमीटर।
Friends, one of the complaints of the road transport industry has been that people don't recognize their efforts. In fact, the industry on the whole is not recognized. Let's see what their journey has been like. Let's see what are their future plans. And let us hear what they feel about Smriti Mandhana as an inspiration to them.
It's been almost 30 plus years now. Women, I don't even remember, maybe only handful of them would have been there. And people were quite surprised कि transport industry में transport office में एक lady बैठी हुई है. But challenges as such, acceptance थोड़ा सा initially हुआ था, but then I was in a closed environment with my only office staff, and I was not doing any field work. I was just taking care of the accounts, and I was quite comfortable, and it was a learning process because when I entered, I hardly knew anything. I mean, I learned from the grassroots level कि भाई checks कैसे deposit होते हैं, cash कैसे withdraw होता है बैंक से, मतलब उस लेवल से मैंने स्टार्ट किया था एंड आई गॉट लॉट ऑफ फैमिली सपोर्ट. My husband supported me, my in-law supported me, and it has been a journey where I have really learnt over the years.
This is my 8th year in the business, and initially I think 8 years ago, 10 years ago, there were no women in the industry in leadership positions, and the most biggest challenge I think all women fellow transporters that face is to accept a woman leader in this rugged road transport industry. It is difficult at the beginning. Now times have changed. People are accepting women leaders in all areas of business. But yes, that was a challenge where you had to prove yourself, you had to prove your mettle, in the industry, that you can do it, you can understand the round the clock challenges that people face, or the drivers' woes, or the mechanics' problems. These things are something which people don't assume that a woman leader would know. But yeah, that was one of the initial challenges which we faced.
2018 में मैंने ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन किया एज अ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मैनेजर. अभी मैं एज अ लॉजिस्टिक हेड अपनी का सर्विस दे रही हूँ कंपनी में. और जैसे ये सबको पता है कि ये इंडस्ट्री एक लेबल इंडस्ट्री है, मेल डोमिनेटेड इंडस्ट्री. तो सबसे बड़ा हमारे लिए यही एक चैलेंज है कि जब मैंने ये ज्वाइन किया था तब मेरे ऑफिस में जहाँ मैंने सब जगह से सुना था कि लड़कियां यहाँ पे बहुत कम है, तो आपको आते ही सबसे पहले माइनॉरिटी वाली फीलिंग तो आई जाती है. तो सेकंड हमारे लिए जो ये एक इंडस्ट्री है जहाँ पे आपके कोई वर्किंग आवर्स फिक्स नहीं है. आपको देर रात को कॉल आ सकता है, अर्ली मॉर्निंग कॉल आ सकता है. तो यहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि फैमिली सपोर्ट होना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आप फैमिली बिजनेस ज्वाइन कर रहे हो तब तो आपके लिए इजी है, लेकिन अगर आप एज ए एम्प्लॉय ज्वाइन करने जा रहे हो तो यहाँ पे एक फैमिली की सपोर्ट बहुत जरूरी है. और थर्ड जो मुझे लगता है जो सबसे बड़ा हमारे लिए चैलेंज है वो हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, जिसमें रोड कंडीशन, रास्तों में फैसिलिटीज. अगर हम लोग सोचें कि हम लोग ड्राइवर के साथ जाके देखें इश्यूज क्या हैं, लड़के हैं वो जा सकते हैं, लड़कियों के लिए हम लोग इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते. तो ये और सबसे बड़ी बात ड्राइवर मोटिवेशन, ड्राइवर डीलिंग जो बोला जाता है. मैंने जब ज्वाइन किया था तब तो मैं यही सुनती थी वो बहुत रूड होते हैं, बहुत उनमें डिफरेंट उतनी अच्छी हैबिट्स नहीं होती, ड्रिंकिंग हैबिट है, वो लोग नशे करते हैं, रफ भाषा यूज करते हैं. तो मुझे ये सब पहले इनिशियली बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस लगे थे. ये
I have been in the industry for over a decade and a half, and this industry is so vast and fast growing that you always feel like a trainee in the industry. There is so much to learn, there's so much to understand in this industry that it's a never ending situation. So yes, I still feel like a trainee here. I think I still have a long way to go, even though I've spent a decade and a half here. Initial challenges, I believe challenges are a part of your journey. If you have to learn to live with them, they're going to be there, they were there, they will be there. So the initial challenges was breaking the mindset that you're entering in a male dominated industry. So a female entering into a male dominated industry firstly will be, they're going to look at you with skepticism that are you going to be around, do you know your job, are you going to understand what they are going through, or what is the expectations of the industry. I, coming from a professional background, so I have done my law and management. So the first thing is she's going to come from the top. She's going to be a new boss. She doesn't know a heck about things here, but she's going to be bossing us around. So how do you deal with this kind of a situation? So that is the first challenge. You have to make your way through. You have to build confidence in people that you know your job. You're going to be around. You're there to support them. You're there to even grow with them. Externally, customers are not used to seeing women around in this industry, right? They are like, huh? Women? Really? So they are like, this one is not going to be here. Let's not deal with her. Let's talk to somebody else. But no, over the time, I think they've realized that she's going to be around. She knows her job. you have to deal with her if you want to work with them. So externally, internally, those challenges happen. But yeah, I think the biggest challenge that we as women in a male-dominated sector face, where you break the myth, break the mindset, thinking that, you know, a woman can't do this, a woman can't do that. So that's the biggest challenge.
जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बोला कि जब मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में आई थी, वो माइनॉरिटी वाली फीलिंग थी, तो मेरा थोड़ा सोचने का तरीका कम है, थोड़ा दूसरा तरीका है। तो मैं क्या सोचती हूँ कि ओके, हम लोग कम हैं, माइनॉरिटी में हैं, पर वी आर यूनिक, वी आर प्रेशियस एंड वी आर करेजियस। तो मेरे लिए बीइंग अ वुमेन मतलब ये, मुझे ये डीमोटिवेट करने के लिए बोला जा रहा था। तो मुझे लग रहा था कि यही मेरी सबसे बड़ी मोटिवेशन है कि बीइंग अ वुमेन मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में आई हूँ, तो मेरे में वो करेज है, मैं काम कर सकती हूँ। और सेकेंड थिंग कि हम लोगों में, लड़कियों में पेशेंस बहुत होता है और हम लोग बहुत टॉकेटिव होती हैं। तो ये इस इंडस्ट्री के लिए सबसे बड़ी एडवांटेज है कि आप अपने ड्राइवर्स को उनकी प्रॉब्लम, पहले तो वो बेचारे पढ़े लिखे नहीं हैं, तो अपनी प्रॉब्लम वो समझा नहीं पाते हैं और बाकियों के पास टाइम नहीं है समझने का। तो बीइंग अ वुमन मेरे पास बहुत पेशेंस और बहुत टाइम है, तो मैं बहुत पेशेंसली उनकी प्रॉब्लम सुनी। मैंने सुन के ऊपर अगर उन्होंने 100% प्रॉब्लम बोला कि मैं 50% भी काम करती हूँ, तो उनसे वो एक पॉजिटिव एनवायरनमेंट मिला। और ड्राइवर की प्रॉब्लम, नॉट ओनली आपको उनकी प्रॉब्लम सुननी है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ट्रांसपोर्टर की खुद की भी प्रॉब्लम है, जो ड्राइवर्स तक वो कन्वे करना भी जरूरी है कि यहाँ पे हमारी लिमिट्स खत्म हो जा रही हैं, यहाँ पे आपको हमारे लिए साथ देना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे हम आपके साथ हैं, यहाँ पे हमें आपकी ज़रूरत है। तो वो आपको पेशेंस की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है और टॉकेटिव होना भी आपको ज़रूरत है, जो ये दोनों मुझे लगता है कि लड़कियों के पास भगवान ने बहुत अच्छे से दिया है, पेशेंस एंड बहुत बोलना। तो ये इस इंडस्ट्री के लिए बीइंग अ वुमेन मुझे लगता है हमारे पास सबसे बड़ा मतलब एक पावर है। और थर्ड जो मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि मेरा ड्राइवर डीलिंग थोड़ा अलग है। आप ड्राइवर्स को मदरली या सिस्टरली कैसे भी बड़ी बहन के जैसे, एक माँ के जैसे आप ट्रीट कर सकते हो, जो लड़के नहीं कर पाते।
Like I said, male dominated industry, so the first challenge happens where you have to deal with male more, and logistics has, you know, built up an image saying that, oh, this is a male dominated industry, you're not going to have half the things. You're going to be having to deal with labor, blue-collar job, labor issues, drivers. It's going to be a very not so clean environment. But with time, things have changed. Logistics industry has drastically changed over the last couple of decades. We have now technology, we have advancements, we have women coming into the industry. So that has, I think, brought about a lot of change in the industry. It has mellowed down, it has gotten a lot of professionalism. It has, people have learned to live in a little professional environment, have a little decorum in the organization. Women, I think, bring up a very human touch to a business. So they feel that, it feels more like a home. You don't feel any more that discomfort here. I remember in the initial times when I started business, there were so many departments where basic sanitation facility for women were missing. Of course, now with time, they know that there are women here, so you have basic facilities everywhere now. But yeah, those are the initial hiccups. Those are the challenges that women face. I think there's a mindset issue whereby people think that, she's a woman, she'll take too many maternity leave, she has families to attend to, she'll not be able to be there in business constantly. I think COVID has broken that myth as well. Now, if you are in certain kind of job, you can even do things remotely. People, be it male or female, for 2 years, everybody was working remotely. So I think there is nothing like a advantage, disadvantage here.
Yes, definitely advantages are that women are, multitaskers by nature, and handling home and work that comes naturally to women. So I think that is one of the positives that we bring into any kind of work, not just road transport. I would say all kind of women leaders bring that to their work. That is an advantage that we have. Disadvantage, I would say, maybe we are a little more, we have higher EQ. So emotionally we would take things more personally, and I think that's a good thing also. It's not just bad to have an emotional quotient, it's necessary in fact, and now people are focusing on it also. So which is a challenge which we face. We connect with people more, so it definitely helps in a lot of cases.
बॉस, इंजन को तो बुखार है।
बुखार? मजाक चल रहा क्या?
भाई कूल डाउन, मैं समझाता हूँ। सही तो बोल रहा है, इंजन बहुत गर्म हो गया है, इसे चाहिए इंजन का वैक्सीन।
इंजन का वैक्सीन?
गल्फ सुपर फ्लीट टर्बो प्लस इंजन का वैक्सीन। ये इंजन को कालिक, ओवरहीटिंग और घिसाव से दे बेहतर सुरक्षा, जिससे आपकी गाड़ी चलती रहेगी सालों साल। गल्फ सुपर फ्लीट टर्बो प्लस ट्रक इंजन का वैक्सीन।
It was a difficult moment. That time, I mean, things were so fluid. उस समय कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि मैंने क्या करना है आगे. But definitely, I didn't want to close down the company because I have been with my husband from very beginning. After I got married, उसके बाद से I was there with him, and I was in the office with him. And I had seen that he had put in so much hard work to bring the company to this level. And I was lucky enough, and God का बहुत support रहा कि मेरे बच्चों ने join किया, and उनको बिल्कुल इसकी knowledge नहीं थी, वो अभी तक सीख रहे हैं, but they have handled things very well. See, education also makes a lot of difference, and आजकल इतना different हो गया transport trade. So they are a big support to me, and they said that we will not close down the business. We have to take it to the next level, because they also felt that their dad had put in so much of hard work in it. So they never wanted to close it down, and definitely there were so many families who were attached to it. If you would close down, तो फिर कितने लोगों को तकलीफ होती थी. So, and I knew the business. Basically, I knew the business. That was a big advantage.
Being a business owner, I don't think I have the luxury to say I have to stick to one department or one role. As business owners, I think our main job is as a facilitator. We have to be facilitators for welfare of both people working with us, as well as the business and environment at large. So I've been involved in business development, customer relationships, recruitment, training. I ensure that there is a parity maintained between women and male. So I encourage women joining into our organization, encourage wherever they can, put their hand into. So we don't really come up with saying that, oh, women can't do this or women can't do that. Of course, an outdoor job maybe a male would be able to do, but even we have women even in operations now. So there is nothing which we say that women can't do. So yeah, we as a women in the organization, I believe we as an organization want to promote women as well.
Abhi, my sons have joined the business, and right now our work is kind of divided. My younger son takes care of the accounts, and the elder one marketing and clients ke sath deal karna. Mera majorly, I oversee the whole thing, because definitely experience counts, and whenever they need my help, I'm always there to pitch in my views to them. But majorly when we are clicking deals with the financiers, talking to the bankers, buying, purchasing and selling of vehicles, insurance of the whole fleet, insurance of the drivers, accidents, claims, all that I take care.
एक तो जैसे मैंने बोला लॉजिस्टिक हेड हूँ, तो मैं ऑपरेशन देखती हूँ हमारी कंपनी का. प्लानिंग एंड फोरकास्टिंग का काम करती हूँ, प्रोक्योरमेंट का काम करती हूँ, रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस, और जो सबसे बड़ा जो मेरा फेवरेट काम है ड्राइवर डीलिंग, जो मैं रेगुलर बेसिस पे करती हूँ.
Current role in the organization, I'm one of the directors on the board. I am a more operations and business development person, and I also take care of compliances that goes on to get us on board with a lot of big companies, pharmaceuticals especially. So we work with pharmaceutical companies, and you know how it is. If you are compliant enough, you can work, you can do transportation of vaccines. So that is where I come in the picture, and of course operations, daily operations is which gets me excited, so I'm into that.
अरे हाँ, आता हूँ. अरे भाई, स्कूटर में पिकअप नहीं है. 5 मिनट में कॉलेज पहुँचना है, वरना सर काट देंगे मेरा.
भाई जरा रुको, उस्ताद है ना, तो नो फिकर.
हीरो रिलैक्स, गल्फ प्राइड है तो नो वरीज, बस इसे डाल. गल्फ प्राइड स्कूटर इंजन ऑयल, इसमें है लो फ्रिक्शन और इंस्टा जूम फॉर्मूला, जो आपके स्कूटर को दे जिप जैप जूम पावर. देखना फिर स्कूटर कैसे उड़ के जाएगा. गल्फ प्राइड स्कूटर इंजन ऑयल.
My future plans, I would say, we do a lot of mentoring for a lot of college students which do their internships with us. There are 2 colleges which have already done it with us. There were a few students that come down, they work with us for a couple of months, which I really like. My future plans are definitely to make my mark in whatever work I do. Can be even at work, the kind of business, maybe business growth, but also on a personal note, I like to develop people's careers. I do try to motivate my team, especially even the women in my company. If you notice, there are more than 50% of our staff is women, and we try to do some kind of motivational speeches and things where we come together and we just talk about what we can do better. Career guidance, not just to the women but to everybody, because you're going to work with us for a long time is what we think of. We are a 40-year-old company. We have staff working with us for more than 20 years, a lot of people. So that is what we want to do. You want to work with us, you want to stick with us, then why would you give them a reason to come back?
मुझे लगता है कि ये जो मैं काम करती हूँ, जो तो मेरे डेली बेसिस के काम है, तो मेरे को लगता है कि आपको आगे फ्यूचर में जाने के लिए अपने आप को स्किल्ड करते रहना पड़ेगा, आपको स्किल ऐड करते रहना पड़ेगा. जैसे मैंने पिछली बार भी बोला था कि मैंने 2 IIM कंप्लीट किए हैं. अभी रिसेंटली मैंने 4th Feb to 11th Feb मैंने PM गति शक्ति प्रोग्राम IIM विशाखापट्टनम में अटेंड किया था. तो उस प्रोग्राम में जाके मुझे समझ में आया कि गवर्नमेंट क्या क्या चेंजेस लाने वाले हैं आने वाले दिनों में. तो वहाँ से काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिला. उस प्लानिंग के अकॉर्डिंगली हमारी कंपनी में भी हम लोग प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं कि कैसे उस जो आने वाली फैसिलिटीज़ हैं उसमें से आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उन योजनाओं का कैसे लाभ उठा सकते हैं. तो मेरा प्लानिंग यही रहेगा कि जितनी भी आने वाली योजनाएं हैं गवर्नमेंट की, कैसे उनका ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाभ उठाया जा सके.
We as a company believe in sustainable and steady growth. So slowly and steadily grow. So we want to grow both in terms of network as well as the product line that we cater to. So different needs, we want to diversify into different segments. That's what we are looking for in the near future.
She took the trouble of going in the truck and इतना उसने travel किया उन्होंने, और she went to the ground level to see कि क्या problems हैं road के ऊपर में, and क्या difficulties face कर रहे हैं हमारे drivers, and whatever is happening on the roads. I mean, that's that's a huge decision which she would have taken. I have been in a very protected environment, so I was like really inspired by seeing that episode. See, there are things which women can do. हम लोग यही सोचे कि नहीं रिपेयरिंग नहीं और ड्राइवर्स के साथ नहीं डील कर सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. एंड आपके सामने एग्जाम्पल है. एंड नॉट ओनली इन दिस, आप किसी भी फील्ड में आप देख लीजिए, लाइक क्रिकेट का भी आपने दिस स्मृति मंदाना, आई वॉज लाइक क्वाइट इम्प्रेस्ड कि भाई जो मेल डोमिनेटेड पहले स्पोर्ट थी, अब हर एक चीज में विमेन आ रही हैं, सो
female in a male dominated sector, right? Cricket is said to be a gentleman's game, and she's a lady breaking the myth that no, we are going to be achievers here as well. We can play cricket too. So yeah, she's a brilliant inspiration. Look, she started cricket at such a young age. I was shocked to see that she actually was selected for playing with Maharashtra at the age of 9 in an under 15 team. It was brilliant. I mean, she's such an inspiration. So yeah, she's a classic case which says, sorry, we women can do everything. There is nothing we can't do. It's just a will that we require.
Well, Smriti Mandhana is a powerhouse. I think she's amazing. It's really great to see a woman athlete making a mark in the sports sector right now. Sports in India, when you say cricket, you think of men, but now it's changing. I see so many of us actually waiting, putting on the TV and watching Women's Cricket World Cup or Women's Cricket matches. These are the things that players like Smriti Mandhana have made possible for not just cricketers but all kinds of women leaders there. She's people say that she's the Virat Kohli of Indian cricket, but I would say, why call her a male cricketer's name? She's Smriti Mandhana and she's killing it right now. Also, being a cricketer who has made possible right now that equal pay to all cricketers is what was really amazing. I think a couple of months ago, BCCI has taken up this decision, and that is fabulous. That is groundbreaking, I would say, something that has never happened and it's happening now. So it's just breaking the gender bias in the sports sector. And it gives inspiration to women leaders like us, where we are those people who are breaking the bias. Like road transport, you don't see a road transport industry where people are sitting in the transport office. You don't see women there who are neatly dressed, sitting, talking in good English. That is where we are breaking the bias, and she is definitely breaking the bias.
देखिए, वो जो मतलब स्मृति जी हैं, वो मेरे लिए इंस्पिरेशन है. वो मुझे लगता है हर भारतीय लड़की के लिए इंस्पिरेशन है. सबके लिए अलग अलग तरीके से होंगी, लेकिन मेरे लिए वो थोड़े डिफरेंट तरीके से हैं. जैसे आप देखेंगे कि अगर विराट कोहली, मुझे मेल क्रिकेटर के नाम लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई भी मेल क्रिकेटर कुछ भी करता है तो उनको मीडिया हाइप बहुत ज़्यादा मिलता है. यही अगर फीमेल क्रिकेटर कुछ करती हैं तो उनको उतना अभी मिलने लग गया है, आगे से चेंजेस आए हैं, लेकिन पहले इतना नहीं मिलता था. तो मुझे स्मृति जी की जो सबसे अच्छी एक चीज़ लगती है, जो मेरे लिए इंस्पिरेशन है, उनका एक ही मतलब मैंने उनके इंटरव्यूज़ भी देखे हैं, उनका गेम्स भी देखे हैं, तो उनका जो मतलब काम करने का, उनका जो खेलने का तरीका है कि मुझे जो अच्छा लगता है, जिसमें मैं बेस्ट हूँ, मैं उसमें अपना एक्सेल दूंगी. उनको वो एनवायरनमेंट मैटर ही नहीं करता. कितने लोग हैं उनके लिए ताली बजाने के लिए, उनको वो मैटर नहीं करता है. तो हम लोग को, लड़कियों को कभी कभी लगता है कि हमें मतलब कोई एप्रिसिएशन दे. तो स्मृति जी मुझे लगता है कि वो चीज़ों को, वो टैबूज को तोड़ती हैं कि हमें एप्रिसिएशन की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हम लोग अपना काम करते हैं. तो मुझे लग रहा है शी इज़ डूइंग मतलब ग्रेट. तो अब मेरे लिए वो इंस्पिरेशन है कि आप अपना काम करते जाओ, किसी की एप्रिसिएशन की वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल, एंड एट सच ए यंग एज आप इतना स्कोर कर रहे हो. एंड आई थिंक वो RCB की भी कैप्टन इन दैट दिस थिंग, या. सो देयर इज नथिंग एज मेल डोमिनेटेड है ऐसा नहीं है. I think hard work always pays and experience also matters, and there is learning on a daily basis. आप जितना अपने किसी भी चीज़ में अपने आप को इन्वॉल्व करोगे, प्रैक्टिस करोगे या एक्सपीरियंस गेन करोगे, you keep on learning and definitely it helps.
Friends, it was such a delight to listen to these women transporters who come from different backgrounds, different age groups, and of course, different experience bandwidth. They are an inspiration to all the women out there who still are hesitant to join their family business and feel that the road transport industry is a man's playground. But that is not to be. We are overwhelmed with Smriti Mandana talking about the female transporters and the transport industry on the whole. This is really a welcome sign of things to come in the future. So this one is for all the women out there who play various roles and take various positions on the field in the road transport industry. And thank you, Smriti, for talking to the women transporters. That means a lot. Once again, Gulf Oil and Trans India wishes all the women, not just in the road transport industry but across the globe, a very happy Women's Day. We hope you will continue to make your mark and excel in whatever you do. We are certain that the women will continue their hard work in the road transport industry as India moves towards the USD 5 trillion economy mark. And let me assure you, that cannot be done without active participation of the road transport and logistics industry on the whole. We'll see you again soon on our channel. Until next week, stay safe. Jai Hind.
एक ट्रक ड्राइवर होना बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है. इस दुनिया का भविष्य आप ही के हाथों में. यकीन नहीं आता? खुद ही देख लो. ट्रक की वजह से हुआ प्रदूषण हमारी धरती को हमेशा के लिए नुकसान पहुंचा सकता है. इसीलिए आपको चाहिए गल्फ एडब्लू इको प्रो. ये बना है बेहतर उत्पादनों से और स्ट्रिक्ट क्वालिटी कंट्रोल्स के साथ. इस पर करे भरोसा और नेचर का रखे ख्याल.